This is a revision of everything we have learned so far in the Wetin be Science series. That's Introduction to Science series. So this video is a revision of everything we have done. And before I continue, if you want to, I don't know whether you watch the rest of the video before this one. The way to watch it is watch Introduction to Science Part 1, Wetin be Science, Introduction to Science Part 1, Wetin be Science, Introduction to Science Part 2, then Science Disciplines. It's supposed to be Science Discipline Part 1, but I didn't write it that way. Then Science Discipline continued, or you can call it the Part 2 of that one. Then the scientific method. After that, you then watch this revision. And the next one should be the Wetin be Science bonus. If we watch it in that order, you understand it well. So that's it. One. We started by asking Wetin be science? Which we answered as the study of nature and how nature they take work. The study of nature and how nature works. Since it's the study of nature, we then ask again, what is? We then ask again, Wetin be nature? It's a logical question if you have watched the rest of the video before this. Since science be the study of nature, we then ask Wetin be nature? Then we define nature as the way things they by themselves for themselves of themselves without the help of man. Again, when we say man for science, it means man and woman, everybody, every human being. So that's how we define nature, the way things are, the way things exist by themselves. Or you can call it follow come, the way things are, without anybody's help. The third one, we ask, Wetin be those things where they exist? What are those things that exist? And we listed them, there are many. Like, Wetin be those things where exist? Example, Examples are water. Water exists on its own. Soil. Animals. Animals in science mean human beings as well. Plants. Then there are some heat you can see. There are some like weather. Earthquake. Light. Energy. Force. Mass. Depending on whether you think it's death. All these things exist in nature. Hurricane. Tsunami. Wind. Planets. Stars. Moon. Chemicals. Chemical elements exist in nature on its own. Sound. Gravity. Time. Rainfall. Even harmattan. Thunder. Cyclone. So as you can see, there are too many. So these are those things that exist by themselves that make up nature. Then four. We tried to divide. We tried to divide those things that exist in nature, or try to group for better words. Try to group those things that exist in nature according to how they exist. At that point, that's where I made some drawing. So at that point, I made some drawing. Let's say this is nature. Let's say it's nature. So I have one part, it have another, It have another. It have yet another part. One part is about living things. Or you can call it by. One part is about living things. One part is about emphasis. Emphasis. One part is natural phenomenon. Natural phenomenon. Then you have another part, compiling non-living things. Non-living things. As I said, this is my own way of explaining it to you. Then this side, bio means life. This part, as you can see, is living thing. Living thing like plants. Plants, animals. Anything that fall on this part is a living thing. Then those things are invisible. Those are invisible, like heat, light should come under here. Before I put light on the other, really you can work with me to know how best this thing can be categorized. It's not in the textbooks. Energy. Energy. Force. Gravity. Time. Sound. Then on the other side you have natural phenomenon like weather. Like earthquake. Just thunder. Rainfall. Winds. Even I put deaths here. Death is certainly a natural phenomenon, for sure. They fall under this category or not is the question. They're here. We got something like soil, water, chemicals, chemical that exists in nature, stars, planets, stone, etc. Then I try to figure out that this side, this side should be biology. This side, this side should be physics. This side should be that science. This side should be chemistry. Then, depending on whether you believe Mars occur in nature or not, we can even just we can even put Mars somewhere here as well. No space here. I don't want to spoil this diagram like I did for my one. We can even find space somewhere for mathematics. Because certainly mass exists in nature. The moon, for example, rotates every 28 days around Earth. Earth go around 365 and quarter days. And they have been doing that calculated. They have been working out that mass ever since. Without fail. That's just an example. However, I said other classifications. Other classification is already there. You can. It's not a new lesson anywhere. You can refer to that one to see how the textbook classifies. But this one is more. This classification I gave you is more intuitive to help you understand it. Therefore, we concluded that the subjects that study nature biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, that's science. And after making the above assumption that those are the subjects that study nature, we then found out that there are sub-disciplines under the said subjects. Example, there's microbiology under biology itself, physics, optics, quantum physics, chemistry, you have biochemistry. Please refer to the disciplines that study science, part 1 and part 2. Eight. We then examine the methods scientists use to study nature. Oh. That is how they conduct experiments. The methods they use to conduct experiments. So you can go back to the videos to watch them in order. So far this is what we have learned. There's nothing difficult in understanding science. It's all about you, your environment. It's not like other subjects. You can be studying, you can be seeing what you're doing. This one, no. If our schools were up to date, you should have a lab where you see everything. You study acid, you see it, you conduct your experiments. So that is it. In my next post, I will then begin each of the subject proper. Either I begin from chemistry or physics or biology, any of them. Then we begin the subject proper. Now, you have a good idea what science is all about. It's all about studying nature. Nothing more than that. As I always say, if you know somebody who needs this lesson, forward it to them, any place. Whether they're in the village, people who their parents can't afford their school fees. Go ahead and send them these lessons and tell them to follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, so that they will get updates. This day of internet on our phone everywhere, so you can watch this lesson anywhere you are. And if you know anybody that will be interested in supporting this kind of effort, have them contact me. There's a lot not to be done. It is ordinary people like me and you that bring good ideas, great ideas to change the society. The rich, do not care about education in Nigeria or Africa as a whole. I can say that their children are already overseas. They will not care about this kind of thing, how to prove it, because I certainly have sent letters leading to a lot of people apply to one thing or the other. I found out that the hard way that nobody care. If you have anybody that can help expand it, let them contact me. I'm ready. This is what I want to work for the rest of my life to make sure there's a science revolution here in Africa, because Africa cannot develop without investment in grassroots science. Until we learn science, we are going nowhere. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Thank you for watching.